damage. We're going to be jumping with Scarface, giving him some screen time love for being the last match top fragger. Whew, what a mouthful. Alright, in 546 seconds before we start our next match, so they may be trying to ask Crucial what they want to do about all the players in slot 1. We do have the unlikely team here. Blaze has already left the match apparently, but we do have Claus and Legends side by side over here. Claus, what you gonna do? Are you talking? Are we gonna restart this match? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Oh, board dauntless. Board dauntless. Who's gonna cry with me? Alright, let's go ahead and put that map up and see where we are headed. And whew. So our Miramar flight path for tonight. We're coming in from the northern edge of Toromunda, going across top of Cruz de Valle, right between truck stop minus Generalis, graveyard area, La Padita, to the east of Leones and south of Puerto Paricio. Guys, I wish I could roll my R's. That would be so nice. I can purr like a cat, but I cannot roll my R's at all. At all. So, no one jumping off in Toromunda. Cruz de Valle is awfully quiet as well. We do have Absolute Pain jumping off at the northern edge. They are the farthest north, so we'll have to see where this flight path goes. We've got the Extreme Slayers headed over towards El Azahar. And let's see, Broken Spirits jumping off over towards minus Generalis. So we have a lot of teams still on this plane, and I'm wondering where they are all going to go. It looks like Claus is jumping off. I'm not sure where Claus is headed, but he is just north of Las Leon. And it does look like Picado is going to have the Sinners, Poison Esports, and I can't see the O. Team 4, the Extreme Slayers. I thought they were headed. We do. Wait a minute. DW, Death Wish the Boy, playing for the Extreme Slayers, is headed over to Picado. It looks like even Claus is headed over towards Picado. Claus gonna be the one-man team. Oh, nope, Blaze came back. Look at this. Dauntless in slot 1 as a duo, and we did lose Extreme Slayer Legend because we have Death Wish the Boy over here in Picado. So I'm not sure what's going on, but this is what we do know. Alright, so what else is happening? Where do we want to go? It looks like the villain, Smokey, is gonna drown. Poor Smokey. Oh, look at this! They're taking them all out. No, look at that. Wolf over here, and Coffin. Let's check in on how many. Look at this. Coffin up to 2 eliminations, getting the AFKs. Well, that's the way to earn some points, guys. That's the way to do it. Alright, I got a phone call. There we go. Take that off of there. Scarface! No, Scarface! Our top fragger of the last match has been knocked. Hopefully we can get him picked back up for the Sinners, but the Sinners do have Poison Esports and the Boy, and I'm not sure what the Boy is supposed to be doing in this match. I don't think he was supposed to be here because we did have Legend in here as well, and the Extreme Slayers. Legend is one of the Extreme Slayers, so I'm not exactly sure what just happened, but it is. Oh, Candid Joe. We got Karan. He's finding you. Alright, so if you look at the iPad down in the lower right, you can see that we only have 2 teams outside of zone. We have the Extreme Slayers and Absolute Pain. Everybody else is in zone. So let's see. It looks like Scarface is back up onto his feet, but we do have Ornery right on over there, and we still have the Boy. And I'm not sure I'm not sure why or what he's doing in this match, guys. I'm not exactly sure. So we do have the duo from Dauntless, not too far away from the Rest in Peace department. The Angry Man. The Angry Man, can you see that Dauntless is right down below you? We're at the Chum. Hello everyone and happy Wednesday night. We are with the XO Esports. This is their $1,300 Conquest League. These are the elimination stage with Group C and D. Yesterday was A and B with big teams, and C and D will not disappoint. We have big names in here as well. Let's go through it. In slot 3, Rain Esports. Slot 4 are the Sentinels. Slot 5, SW Esports. Slot 6 are the Panthers. Slot 7 will be the Me Sexy Me Zexies Esports NA. Ever since I heard that caster say Me Sexies, that's all I hear anymore. Slot 8 are the Emperors. Slot 9, Fearless Stars. Slot 10, Entity Gaming. Hello, Nexus OP. I see you. Slot 11, our Rival 6. Slot 12, the Wolves. We have Coops in the house. It is the Coops. Let's go. Slot 13, Heaven Esports. Slot 14, Balas Reborn. Slot 15, our Dark Esports. Japarande boys. Hello, Goat. I do see you. Hello, Galakar. Hello, guys. Slot 16, 4 Kings Region Esports. Slot 17, Nucleotide Esports. And slot 18, our Rich Esports. I told you guys, we got some big names in here. Big, big, big. We're on hard start. Phoebe is our beautiful host tonight, and she's been yelling at him no extra time. So we'll see if she lives through with that. We'll see. Let's see, what are they pinging me about? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so let's see. It does look like we're missing 1 or 2 people. Nobody in slot 1, but we have 1 missing from Entity, 1 from the Wolves. Uh-oh. And we just... Gio! Hello, Gio! Big fan. Oh, we're gonna have some wicked fights tonight. Ooh, wicked evil. I like it a lot, as you guys already know. So just 1 from Entity. Oh, we got an extra 1 from the Emperors. And I think the Emperors are pretty filled up. Hello, little fox. Hello. So let's see. Just the 1 from Entity. But I'll go ahead and put my iPad up there. We got match 1 on the screen. I'm doing well so far. Shout out to XO Esports and Crucial. We again have a UC giveaway tonight. All you have to do is take a screenshot of your like and subscribe, head over to the XO Esports Discord server and put it into the green giveaway green channel. They're trying to give me away, guys. They're trying to give me away. Oh, boo. Yeah, I know I'm not funny. I try, though. You gotta give me that, right? At least I try. Alright, so who should we jump with? I think we're gonna jump with Coops. You know, I had to. The #1 fragger in NA. Especially now that we lost Remix. Oh, my heart is broken. Seriously broken. Alright. There is Coops on your screen. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up so you can see the map, the jumps with me. Alright, so we're coming in from the central, all the way at the north, just north of Severny, going across the top of Severny, Rostock School, over towards where the lighthouse used to be, straight through the middle of Military Base Island and out the other end. So guys, in the comments, let me know who you're here to see and check in on, and we'll make sure we get some extra screen time for anyone you want to keep an eye on. So we have quite a few teams jumping off at the very start. I do see SW Esports and the Sentinels both in that Severny area, so we might have a very, very early fight between those two teams. We have the Emperors headed towards Stauber area, and we've also got R6 headed over towards the Kameshki area. Rival 6, there we go. Alright, and then let's see, we have Rain Esports headed down to Pachinki, but they're really close to Entity. If you look over towards the shelter area, we also have Rich Esports not too far away from Team 14, Balas Reborn. And then all the way down towards that Westbridge area, we have the Panthers and the Four Kings Region Esports, all right down in there. So we've got teams on top of each other for sure. But let's go ahead and head up over towards the Severny area since they're already on the ground. And let's see what's happening with Sandy Surf or SW Esports. And I do see the Sentinels flow right in between them. And we also have, did that say Nash? 32 Nash? What did that say? Yes, 32 Nash. I've read that. Surprise, surprise. Hello, Ghosty. Ghosty, your boys are all the way down towards that southern side. Let's see, where did I just see them? Where did I just see them? I swear I saw them right down in here. Maybe not. My brain, you know how my brain gets lost at times. Let me see. Where did Rain go? Where is Rain? Oh, Pachinki. Pachinki. Alright, so let's get back over here and see what's going on. Let's go check in on Moomin. Moomin, what are you doing over here? You do have 32 Nash on one side of you, and I think that was, who is on the other side? It is number 3. That is so much easier. Look at this. No, it was 4. They lied. 4 is not all the way up there. So why are we doing this? Oh, I see, because I'm reading the wrong one. Let's go over here to Flo. Flo is right over here. Oh, the Emperors are in a fight with the Mazaxis now. So where is this fight going on? Emperors and Mazaxis. Ooh, all the way up at Stauber. So now let's get up over here and check in on what's happening. We just lost one from the Mazaxi, surely. So now let's see what else we can see over here. It does look like we got triggers coming right up and in. Little Fox, what are you going to do up here? Little Fox is up to 2 eliminations already, so we'll keep an eye on him. But we also have all sorts of chaos going on over here. It does look like SW is having some issues. I think we are down to just a solo. Sakrin is the only one. Sechin. So now let's see. Is he going to get that nade over onto Jit? Jit is in that second. Oh, look at that. Fox just took down the triggers. So now the Mazaxis Emperor, Little Fox, up to 3 eliminations over in... Oh, but he got not... No. He had 3 eliminations. He almost took out all of Mazaxis. So now let's see what's going on with him. Let's get on over here, see where the rest of his team is. The rest of his team are coming up and in. They might be able to get him up, but let's see what's going on with Mazaxi over here. We are down to the last. Alright, so the Sentinels taking over Severny. So we will see more of Mazaxi, or not Mazaxis. Mazaxis are over in Stauber. But we'll see more of what's that? Mazaxis again. SW! There we go. There we go. So now let's see if Mazaxis can hold off the push by all 4 of them as they are coming up and around. So I figure as soon as I switch on over to this fight, it'll be done. And we do have 2 of them down over here from the Emperor. So let's get on over here and let me put that map back up so you guys can see what's going on over here. We do have 2 of the Emperors still pushing up onto the Mazexis. I wish I knew who this was. Oh! Oh! Our first squad wipe! The squad wipe! But it is so devastating because now he is a solo. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Obi-Wan. Greenie, you know who I'm here to see. Yes, Rain Esports Ghosty. I know that. All right, let's go and check in. And it looks like we've got Rain Esports still in Pachinki. We do have Entity King poking his nose a little close over on top of the hills. But I don't think they're going to be able to see much of Rain Esports at this moment. So let me go ahead and put the map back up there so you guys can check in on your teams while I try to figure out which one is the next one. Obi-Wan, I saw your team yesterday in here. They were dropping over in Lapovka. Oh, I think Rich Esports might be the next ones. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I think it's going to be the Wolves. Let's get over to the Wolves and find out what's happening is Wancho. Wancho is coming right up on top of Heavens Esports right there. So we got to keep an eye on what happens with that. Our blue zone is starting to close. Our blue zone. I can't speak, I can't read, I can't do any of this fun stuff. Alright, so the Wolves are starting to circle around. They're getting into the pack formation. Ha 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 ha. And we do have 3 of them, a trio from Heavens right over here. I only see a trio of 4 Heavens, but we do have, look at the positioning around. Look at that upper right hand corner mini map. All the Wolves are getting into position around the Alamo right here. So as soon as we get back in, we'll have some sound, guys. You guys already know that I am working on a new solution to this problem. But believe it or not, even my emulator updated today. And it still cannot do it. I would hate to have to play on this emulator, that's for sure. Let me go ahead and put that map back up because we are almost back in, and then we'll head over to the Wolves. As soon as we get in here. Eventually. So now let's get on over to Heavens and see what Heavens are doing. You could still see in that upper right hand corner, the mini map, you can see that the Wolves are all the way around them. There's Wancho out to that southern edge, and all 3 of the rest of them are getting up onto it. Look at this. We even have Baton. Hello, Baton. Oh, here comes the push. Baton, Doran, Coops, and Wancho on the off angle, and Enzo. Oh, they're all pushing right up. Oh, right through the window. It's Coops. Cactus for the win. Cactus almost gets him down to about 5 HP. Oh, no. And oh, the Wolves came through. Doran getting 3 of those eliminations. All right, guys, let's see what else is going on. Ghosty, your boys are headed over towards the Wolves. But they also have Entity and Nucleotide really close to them. So this is for Ghosty. Here you go. Here's your boys. They are coming right up and along that western edge of zone. So we do have the Wolves right in front of them, but we've also got Entity behind us. So let's see what's going on with Entity. Oh, Rush Boy, no! And King trying to get those that car spray, and there goes Rush Boy. I'm sorry, Ghosty. I'm sorry I got that. Alright, let me see if I can scroll in a little bit. Now you can see that we do have Rival 6 coming in from that northern side, headed over towards Severny, but they're the only ones you can't really see, but you can still see their rotation on the mini-map. down below. Oh, no. Whoa, no. Rain Esports went right, and I can't click under Rain Ghosty. Rain went right into the Wolves, and I think we're down into the Panthers now, and I can't catch him. There he is. Let's see if I can catch him. Nope, I still didn't catch him. Let's see if I can catch him for you now, Ghosty. There you go. Oh, there won. Definitely some good games. Yes, yesterday was insane. Ghosty, your boys are down to Bama Boy. Bama Boy is the sole survivor, but he is getting away from... Oh, now he's headed right on down. He needs to slow on down. Slow his roll, Ghosty. He's headed down to Bala's Reborn now. So let's see what else is happening. Mostly everybody's rotating, trying to find their way, and we do have the Wolves taking over this western edge. They're making sure that anybody that comes on in will be found. So now, let's see. Bama Boy is coming up and into the logging camp, and I think he'll be fine, but look at the zone. The zone is at least 30% water. And now all these teams, let's see, I think Calicar is right in the way of the Wolves. You can see the Wolves down in there, right there in front of them. That is Coops right in front of them. And Calicar can see Coops over at Heaven. They are taking over Heaven now. Here they are. They coming right up and in onto Rich Esports. Rich Esports was already in Heaven. Let's check in on Lost in Sex as they're coming right up and in. Lost in Sex, get off that roof. Alright, so now he's trying to heal back up. It is just Lost in Sex and Kayla, the last two still standing, and they have all four of them from the Wolves right over here, but it does look like a couple of them from the Wolves did get knocked, Coops and Doran, but they are both back up. But we also have the Panthers. Hello, Brian. Brian, I see you. Alright, so let's go. Let's go back over to Rich Esports, because I feel like the Wolves are going to come right up and in onto them now that they're all healed back up. Let me get this back over here and see if I can get some better angle on that. There you go. Like I said, make sure you let me know who you're here to see. Oh, Wancho gets knocked. Oh, and Patone. He took out Patone. Lost in Sex is taking them down and out. And he is still trying to get those shots. Oh, my God. They just took out the Wolves. Kalan with 3 eliminations. But now here comes the Panthers. And also we've got Dark Esports pulling up and in onto Rich Esports. The duo that just took down all 4 of them from the Wolves on that push. But now we have Dark Esports, the Panthers, right below the duo from Rich Esports. Now let's check in on DP. See what's going on. And look at that. We got Naomi at the top. Hello, goat. Hello, goat. That nade going off right over his... Oh, that nade. That nade. No. Rich Esports holding down Heaven as a duo. We only have Ronaldo right over here, and he's getting way far away. And let's see what's going on over here. Brian did get knocked, and do we have another team coming up and in? We do have the Panthers coming up onto Rich Esports, and that nade could be devastating. He does not connect. Woo! And here, Heaven is owned by Rich Esports. Look at this, the duo up to 6 eliminations. The Wolves, Dark Esports, they did get a knockover onto the Panthers, but the Panthers are getting picked back up, and it does look like the Panthers are getting ready for this push. Can they pick up yet another few points? That's the question. Alright, let me go ahead and move this map. I think you guys can see where everyone is. In the 4 Kings region, Esports are also in a fight. Let's get on over here and see what's happening with the 4 Kings. Oh, and I clicked over onto them just as they got eliminated by the Fearless Stars. The Fearless Stars right across the way. Harley. Oh, all 4 of them are still standing, but I do see, no, I still see the 4 kings. I thought they just got eliminated. Let's see what's going on over here. We are down to Ranchu. Ranchu, look at this. Ronaldo took out TP, the Panthers. So now we do have Ranchu over here. He is the sole survivor, but we also have the Fearless, oh, the Fearless Stars coming right on by. There you go. The Fearless up to 4 eliminations, 3 of them by Harley. Now, let's see. Oh, we are still headed over to the Bassmouth and the Lipovka area. So we do have a couple of teams all the way over on that ridge line already. Let's see what is happening. Let's go to Rich Esports again, see what's happening on the outside. They are still up to 6 eliminations, but we do have Calicar back up onto his feet. And Rich Esports are still hungry enough that they are trying to get the last duel from Dark Esports. Alright, now let's see what else we can see. I think everybody's on the rotation. I'll go ahead and put this map up so you guys can see where your teams are now and what is happening. Ooh, the Panthers. The Panthers in another fight with Entity over here on this cliff side. Let's see, Nexus OP. What you doing, Nexus OP? Is he is coming right up and in onto the Panthers. The Panthers, all 4 of them over here, but I do see that one has been knocked. I'm not sure which one, and it does look like Asta just got knocked as well. Let's go over to the Panthers and see what's happening. Winter is the sole survivor. Winter, you gotta get your team picked back up. You are completely surrounded by Entity, and there goes Bray and Asta is right here. Look at this. Winter trying to get those shots with the pump shotty up. And oh, he does. He takes down Nexus OP. And there goes Nexus OP. But now he is a solo. The Panthers solo. So let's see. Is he going to be able to... Oh, he went right on past Entity. But he is trying to get on out of there. And I didn't see which one from Entity was knocked. It is Psycho. Psycho right on that ridge, and it looks like Psycho's gonna get picked back up, but Winter is not done. I feel like Winter is coming up and around. Let's see where he went. Let's see what he is not having so much fun. So let's see. Bomber Boy, look at that, your boy. Let's see if I can find him. He is right down here with Rich Esports. Rich Esports, who we just saw take out the Wolves. Look at this. Bomber Boy. Oh, right in the face on that seat swap. But did that just say that they got taken out? They did. They went out to the zone. They went out to the play zone. So now let's see what we can see. We still have Winter over here. Let's go on over to Winter. See what he is doing down at the bottom. We also have the Balas Reborn starting to creep up and in. Where is Giovanni? I gotta check in. Oh, Gio, no! And Shu Young, the sleepy one. Chinese, hello, Chinese. I see you guys. Dark Esports, no, gets taken out by Nucleotide Esports. So there they go. We are down to the top 8 teams. So let's get back into here and let's check in on what is happening now. Let me scroll on in. At least the zone has come onto land. We are on the bottom lip of the bass mouth. Look at that. It's almost perfectly on that lip. Alright, so we still have the Fearless Stars right on outside of zone, and Shu Young. Shu Young needs to come into zone. Everybody else is pretty much in zone. We still have Winter right down below Entity. We do have one from the Mazexis taking up that compound right on that lower lip. So let me get back into here. Hello, Ofe. So, Fearless Stars OP. We got Fearless Stars getting shouted out in my chat, and they're doing just fine. You could see them down in that south edge. They're coming right up and in But they do have balas right behind them at the very south. So the balas are probably they'll probably end up coming through them. Just depends on the rotation, depends on what the zone ends up doing. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. And now let's see what's going on. It looks like everybody's just holding down this ridge line, waiting to see what this next zone is going to do. The next zone getting ready to pop. And look at that, we are still right over here on this coastline. So we still have winter even in here. But all the rest of these teams have to crush into this zone now. So let's go on over. We'll check in on the Mazexis. He knows they are coming, and it is the Sentinels on the outside. Bala's Esports gets found by Entity. So let's see. We do have Entity up on this ridge line, keeping an eye right across. Look at this. If it would load in. Load in. There it is. See, we can see that the Fearless Stars are trying to come in. We still have Winter down below. Look at this. Winter right on down below. And then we have the teams that are trying to come in up along that ridge line as well. Up on the hills and everything. So let's go. Ooh, Cloudy. He knows where you are. He's trying to get that nade up and over onto Cloudy. And the rest of them, the Sentinels, are coming up onto that ridge line. Flow. Ooh. Flow right in that 3x scope. So let's see. I think this is the fight at the moment. We do have Balas. Oh, here they come. And the Balas are getting those knocks over onto the Fearless Stars, and the Fearless Stars are right over here in this. Oh, Cloudy from that ridge line. So now let's go ahead, put that back up there for you. Now let's head on down to the Fearless Stars. Let's check in on how they are doing for the YouTube chat. We are down to just a duo. Harley did take out the 3 of them on that push. So let's see. I do see another one right on over here, and that must be, yeah. All right, so from Nucleotide now also coming right up and in onto Rival 6. Let me check in on Shu Young, and the sleepy one driving right on through. Look at this. Oh, the sleepy one gets knocked. Shiny is knocked, but we might be able to get him picked back up. Shu Young. Oh, what a nade. What a nade by Shu Young over on top of him. And so now, oh, Shu Young gets knocked. So now we are down to just S. S is the sole survivor, still standing against Nucleotide. Esports over here. Nucleotide. No, it's Balas. Balas is on that backside as well. Let's see what's going on. We got Godlin. Godlin for Nucleotide right over here. He's going to try to get Raghab pick back up. Oh, what is going on over here? Winter is still in this mix, guys. Winter is still over here, and we do have the Fearless Stars over here in a fight with Entity. And look at this. Winter is here. Winter is coming. FSOP says another in my chat. So now let's see what else is going on. Let me check in on Winter. Let's see what Winter is doing. Winter just keeping his head down, getting those placements points, because we are down to the top 6 teams, but he is going to have to move. Psycho really the only one in zone with a dead car right in front of him, and he's got teams in every direction all the way around him. So now let's get on over here to see what's going on with Balas Reborn, down to just a solo. Still has Nucleotide, no, the Sentinels right across from him. We are down to the top 4 teams. We have the Sentinels, a trio. We still have the Panthers, Winter, and a trio for Entity, and a solo for the Balas Reborn. Let's see if we can get in here and get a bird's eye view of what is happening in the zone. Look at that. Winter was able to get away from Entity. Look at that. All 3 of them in that fight right above his head. And we still have the Sentinels across the way, and we are down to the top 3 teams. So now let's get off of this Oh, there goes Winter. So now we are down to the Sentinels with 32 Nash and Jet versus a trio from Entity, Psycho, King, and Hunter. So they are all right across from them. And now let's give the top fragger of the moment. Let's give him some screen time love as he is pushing up the hill into the Sentinels. The Sentinels are on a 1-1 split. Look at this. The duos making sure that they are not behind the same rock or tree. Oh, now it is just up to Nash. Nash is the sole survivor. And here comes King coming right up and around, but King is down to about 5 HP. Oh. There you have it. Let me get that iPad off of there so you guys can see these scores. Entity coming in first with 7 eliminations. The Sentinels coming in second with 9 eliminations. Hello, Spidey. Coming in third, the Panthers. Winter with 3 eliminations, making it all the way to the top 3. GG, top 3. Here are the rest of your scores, 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, oops, 13 through 15, and 16 going all out. Let's get on over here and check it out. We have Entity King, 5 eliminations, 831 damage, and we'll be jumping with King when we come right back for tonight's second match. Be right back. Sarah Church, and Dauntless is right across the street at the compound, so let's see. I think that's about it. Let's just go ahead and pay attention to the sinners and find out what is happening over here. As I said, Scarface is back up onto his feet because we're trying to come on in. Ooh! So they do get 4 down. Oh no! Candy Joe! Joe gets him from... Oh no! So now the sinners are down to just a duo. And now... let's see what's going on. We do have the Death Wish, the boy, coming up and in. We still have Ornery right across the way, but we're down to just a duo for the Sinners. So let's see what else is happening. Where's Karan? He's paying attention to Lay from Poison Esports right across from him. So let me see if I can scroll in anymore to give you guys a better view on the iPad. It sounds like we got a good second now. Go ahead and put that screen up so you guys can see where your teams are. If you want to check in on a team, just let me know which team, and we'll be sure to peek in on them, see how they're doing, where they are, and what is happening with them. Let's get back on over here. In the fight in Bigado, we still have the Death Wish, the boy over here coming up from that southern edge, and he's getting ready to come up right behind Porny, and I don't think, or Ornery, there we go. I don't think Ornery knows that we do have the boy coming up behind him. And like I said, I really don't understand why he's in this match when the Extreme Slayer Legend was in slot 1. But maybe we'll find out, but maybe we won't, so... looks like we're at a standoff over here, but I do see Candy Joe getting some height, so let's check in on what Candy Joe is doing. Looks like they're up here on... we got some... Hello, Suloji! Hello! I cannot wait to be done with this. I do have a plan, guys. I really do. So let's see what's going to happen right on down here in Las Leon. We've got Twisted Militia with Nothing Esports. And we also have the Golden Fire not too far away. Love making a connection onto Savage. So that's what I see over here in Las Leon. Does look like we got... Ooh, Chucky Who just had a full 4-man team from the Golden Fire just drive right in and across from them. And we got the Fury. It looks like Fury is over here in a fight in the church. And now Fury is sandwiched between the Golden Fire and Nothing Esports. So we'll have to see if he can get on out of that as well. And let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, Fury gets found by the Golden Fire. So now it's Golden Fire and Twisted Militia still over here, but Twisted Militia is down to just a solo. Chucky, who is the only one still standing, and the Golden Fire now coming up right in front of Nothing Esports. Let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. Is he coming on in? I think he may be coming in. Yeah, he's coming up and through. Let's see if we can get not exactly the greatest. Oh, I wish I could get in here better. Alright, so let me go ahead and put that map back up so you guys can see where we are. And now let's get on over to the Golden Fire. Is there in this fight. Here we go, guys. Here we go. And oh no, I thought I saw another team coming up and in. We did lose. Guys, no one told me what L is, but I think that's like 63 maybe. I'm not sure what L is. C note is 100, so that would be 113, but I'm not sure what L is, so we got LXIA. That's what I know. That's what I know. Alright, let's go ahead and scroll on in the digital age. I missed that they were down in that southwest area, maybe by Del Mar. I did miss that when I was not paying attention. Oh no, back. And so now we are down to just Dom and our K1. So now let's see what you're gonna do, Dom. Dom coming out with the S12, trying to get those shots, trying to do the quick scopes, and oh, Nothing Esports finishing that off. But we do have Broken Spirit. Look at all the teams over on that eastern edge of Los Leon. Did you guys see that on the map? We have the Real Gunners almost there, the Extreme Slayers, Broken Spirits, the Villains, and the 4 Rogues all right over there. And then we do have the Chicken Chokers coming up and in. Ooh, Prodigy, we were watching you earlier at the church, and he did go across and into Dauntless. So now it looks like Claus does have a full team right, or the trio now from Absolute Pain, not too far behind him. It looks like they're going to go ahead and take off. And we still have the Death Wish Boy up in Picado with the Sinners. And I think the Sinners are down to just a duo. Yeah, we did lose Scarface and 4W in that fight earlier. But let's see. Oh no, it was the 4 RIPD. It was Angry Men. It was Angry Men, the one that was up at the church right across from Dauntless that we were watching earlier. So I think it's a good time to put up the iPad so you guys can see. I'll go ahead and scroll out. You guys see that there's nobody left in the blue, so everybody is pretty much in zone now. And our zone is really centering around the Los Leon area. So let's get back over to Nothing Esports, because they do have another team, the Extreme Slayers, really close. And Chucky Who from Twisted Militia, still trying to hang out. Look at this, up on top of this rooftop, with the Chicken Chokers right across from him as well. So we do have 4 teams right here. Twisted Militia, Chicken Chokers, Extreme Slayers, and Nothing Esports right in front of them. So let's see. Don't see any other I don't really see anybody else on top of each other at the moment. Everybody is just finding their places to go. Things to do, guys. Let's go ahead and put that up. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Entity Gaming with that winner chicken dinner, 17 total points. Right behind them, the Sentinels with 15. Nucleotide, there we go, 9. There are your scores going into match 2. Oops. Let me get the match up there. Let me switch this over and put this one up. There we go. Yeah, it's just not one of those days for me. Nope. All right, let me get that off there. There we go. And I'll go ahead and close that back up and put up the iPad so you can see that they are still coming on in. This is AXO Esports, the $1,300 Conquest League. This is the elimination stages. We've got Group C and Group D. You can see some of these major teams down here at the bottom. I don't think they're going to be at the bottom for long, but they have 8 total games in the elimination stage to play. So they have 8 games to get some of these points back up. I mean, Wolves at 0, Rich Esports at 0, it's just to name just a couple of these teams down at the bottom that we do not expect to see down at the bottom. I thought the Wolves had more than that. So, didn't the Wolves take out a team? I thought they did. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I'm not doing the scores. Don't come at me with the scores are wrong. If you think the scores are wrong, open a ticket over in the AXO Esports Discord server. When you put your screenshot of your like and subscribe over there to win some UC tonight. Shout out to Crucial. Shout out to AXO Esports for sponsoring the UC giveaway. It's super simple and it's free for you. So let's go. Alright, so it looks like we're still waiting on some teams. Let's scroll on through this. It looks like we're missing one from Bala's Reborn. And that's it. Everybody else is in their seat, so we should be starting. Phoebe just wrote hard start 40, so I'm not sure if somebody asked for an extra minute. I don't know. But we're only waiting for the one, so we'll see. Alright. Let's go. How's everybody's week going? We are on Wednesday, so we're halfway through this week, guys. And it is hot today. Oof. It is 81 sitting at my desk, and I'm not liking it at all. I don't like the heat. Give me my ice. I'm an ice queen. Give me my winter back. Not sure what we're waiting on now. I am not sure at all. But let's go ahead and take that iPad off for a second so you can see all the scores behind it. I don't think you're missing anything. Yeah, it looks like the screen's good that you can see everything just fine. And I'm kind of confused about these scores, but we'll see what happens on the next screenshot. Let's see, it looks like Phoebe's typing. I didn't see the start message go up yet. She says we're starting, so let's see if we do start. Are we still only missing the one? Yeah, we're still only missing the one from Bala's, and she just clicked that start button. So this time we're gonna be jumping with Entity King. He had 5 eliminations, 831 damage. So as soon as we get on in there, we'll switch on over. Alright, so let's see. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way for myself. Alright, let's find Entity and King. Alright, there is your last match, Top Fragger. I'll go ahead and put that iPad up there. And we will jump with King and Entity headed into our second match of today. Ghosty, it looks like your Rain Esports only had 3 of them load in, so I'm not sure what's going on with Ghost or Rain. I always call them Rain Esports anymore. Alright, so we're coming in just from the east of El Azahar, going across the northern edge of El Azahar. Hacienda del Patron to the north side of San Martin, straight down the middle of El Pozo, and dumping off at the western edge, the wasteland. The Wolves were playing with an unregistered player, so their match 1 points don't count. Oh, so let's see if they're gonna get their oh, nope, Ghosty, all 4 of them loaded in. They weren't all 4 loaded in when I first got on here. Alright, so let's see. It does look like we have 2 teams headed up to Cruz de Valle. We have Rival 6 with the Sentinels, and I'm not sure if we're going to have 2 teams in Cruz de Valle or if one's going to head all the way up to Torremunda. We do have Entity taking all over the El Azahar, plus even going over just that solo. Nexus OP headed over to the warehouse compound. And let's check in on San Martin. We do have the Panthers and Balas Esports. Picado looks like we might have 2 or 3. I see Rich Esports with Dark Esports, Rain Esports up towards that power grid area. And El Pozo, we do have the Emperors and SW. But Monte Nuevo looks like it has 2 or 3 teams over here. I can't quite. 3 teams in Monte Nuevo. So Monte Nuevo has. We have the Wolves. Let's check in on the Wolves, and I don't know who would have been unregistered because this is the Wolves. This is the Wolves roster. I don't know who would have not been on that. So let's see. It looks like, oh no, Sentinels already in a fight way up at that northern edge. So both teams went all the way up to Torremunda. Gio Mondays guy, he had that explosive bow. Let's see. We got Cloudy knocked over here, and I'm not sure what Gio's gonna do because it does look like we got a couple of them. I see Nash and Jit. Nash and Jit are both coming up onto Gio. So let's see what Gio can do against all 4 of them. We'll stay here with Gio as he comes up and around. And we are still over here in Monte Nuevo. And I'm really confused, Ghosty, because this is the full roster of the Wolves going to Brazil. So I'm not sure who wasn't on the original, so we'll have to see what's going on. I do see one up at the top that say Josh. So, oh, Gio Money. So now it is down to Shu Young and Chinese, the duo for Rival 6. And we do have all 4 of them still standing over here for the Sentinels. And we do have Shu Young coming up along that edge. Ooh, Coops! Oh, Josh had you in his sight. But now we do have, and look at this, we got Heaven's Cat God for the win over here. Shu Young getting that knock over onto Jit. So now Shu Young did get that thirst as well. So we'll keep an eye on Shu Young and Monte Nuevo at the same time. And Wancho just taking one of them out. I did not see which name that was, but Wancho is over here trying to get the pressure off of Coops so Coops can get out from underneath the spray from Josh up on that hill. So let's see what Josh is doing up here. And he is still keeping an eye right on down because we've got the Wolves pushing up onto low and Heavens Esports also pushing up over here. So now let's get on over to, let's see, Oh, the Panthers are in a fight too. That must be a Rich Esports. So we've got the Panthers in the fight over in San Martin. We've got Dark Esports versus Rich Esports in Picado. So we have fights going off everywhere. We do have Shu Young on the screen. It is Shu Young and Chinese versus all three of them still remaining for the Sentinels. The Sentinels did lose one, and it must have been Jit. So, oh, Cloudy just got knocked, and we do have Chinese coming right up and over towards this top side as well. So let's see. It looks like Shu Young still pushing right up and over, but we do have the Sentinels on that ridge line. And I don't want to stay here too long, but we've got other fights going on, and it looks like Rain Esports, Ghosty, your boys are taking over Picado Mountain. So now let's see what's going on. We lost Deku, Rich Esports. What is going on over here with? It looks like Naomi and AP. No, AP. No. Galakar, what are you doing over here? Galakar trying to throw those nades up and over. And there goes Shu Young. So now it's just up to Chinese. Jenny is the last one still standing. And I think he did get that knock over onto Rich and lost in sex. Look at this. Rain Esports finishing him off. Look at that. Galakar still has two of them right down below, and he's trying to get over to Naomi, or is Ronaldo. Look at Galakar with his explosive bow, now paying attention to Rain Esports up at the top, and it does look like we're going to be able to get Shu Young picked back up. I don't know where to go with all of these different ones. No, we lost Naomi. Oh, Sleepy. So now it is just down to Shu Young, and for whatever reason I can't switch over, and 32 Nash trying to get out and around. So Shu Young, oh, Shu Young, he's going to be able to see from the top of that taker. Oh, when the nades are coming over trying to get Chinese at the same time. So now let's see what's going on up here with the Panthers. The Panthers did lose one. And there they go, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll on in a little bit so you guys can see your teams a little better. I'm going to head up over towards San Martin. I'll put the iPad up, and let's see. Actually, San Martin is pretty far. They're pretty separated now for the Balas Esports and the Panthers, so maybe we'll just stay here for a minute more, because I do see Rich Esports and Dark Esports right on top of each other. It looks like over in that Monte Nuevo area we do have Coops moving out. Let's see what's going on. Is it just down to Coops and Dorn? No, all four of them are still in this, but I'm not sure. It's a standoff over here in Monte Nuevo. So let me see what else is going on with the rest of this lobby. It looks like even though we've got three teams, all three teams are in zone over in Monte Nuevo. It looks like Nucleotide headed south. We've got the Wolves headed east, and then we've got Heavens Esports staying in that western edge of Monte Nuevo. So let's see. Dark Esports. What just happened over in Picado? And it looks like Dark Esports finished off Rich Esports. So we do have 3 eliminations, but we are down to just a duo with Rain Esports all up at the top. And don't forget, Rush Boy was able to get that elimination on to Rich Esports, the one that Calicar knocked with that nade. So we did see that. Looks like our zone has popped, and we're still going over to that northwest edge. So we do have a little bit still of Picado in this. Oh, the 4 Kings. He just knocked himself out somewhere. Let's see, where are the 4 Kings? They are way up here. They're going to be doing just fine up there. They'll be able to get picked back up. But it looks like, oh no, down here. Oh, right when I clicked over. Doran coming up and over that edge. So now we do have Josh, Lowe's, and Raghapa. I'm not sure. It was like Doran the first match. Well, Doran is in the... Doran had the wrong name, but he fixed it. Oh, I see. Thank you, Ghosty. Thank y'all. I didn't know. Alright, so we do have Cat God still over here, and it does look like Nucleotide is headed back to the north because the wolves did circle down and around, and Baton is keeping an eye on all that. Baton is hungry. He wants some of the nummy elimination points, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening. We do have Dark Esports trying to get away from Rain Esports, but we also have, here you go for my YouTube chat, the Fearless Stars. They are just coming in from that southern edge up into zone, but they're going to end up right on top of the Mazexes. We do have the Mazexes coming. We also have one way down south, so I feel like Triggers is going to get pulled up on, but I can't click on him because he's right there under that. There we go. I was waiting for that. Triggers, they are coming right up behind you. And oh, he only got the level 3 vest and a Groza. What happened to the level 3 helmet? Ooh, get on out of there, Triggers. Go, Triggers, go. And he is able to get on out of that. And ooh, the Panthers are now in the fight with the Emperors. So now let's see what's going on over here. It looks like the Panthers came up over here onto the Emperors. Assault OP was able to get that, and now we are up on top of Mount Kilimanjaro. We've got the whole map in our sights, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening. I think everybody, let's check in on the Mazexes. I feel like the Mazexes are coming right up onto SW. You can see SW player 1 right there, and that is Sechin. I'm not sure how to say that name. Let me go ahead and get this all back in there. I don't think there's anybody out in the blue at this point. I think they've all come in. Let me check really quick. Oh, we do have, look at that. We have the Sentinels still up in Toramunda, guys. Sentinels waiting it out. So let me get the Sentinels in there. There you go. And our zone is starting to close, so let's go. We do have 2 teams. We do have the Emperors up on top of Mount Kilimanjaro, but we also have, ooh, looks like the Wolves just ran into SW. So, oh, SW is pretty far away, so the Wolves are not that far away behind the Mazexes where we are right now. So let us see what's going on. And it looks like the Wolves are headed over towards SW. So SW section does get taken out, but now here they come up, and let me check in on Sandy Sir. Sandy Sir was knocked, so now we're just down to Moomin. Moomin is the last one still standing, trying to get his teammates picked back up as the Wolves are all pushing up and around on that edge. You can see them coming up and over. There is Wancho. Wancho, no, up and down. Baton coming flying up and over, and Coops is right there. Moomin, oh, and Coops finishing that off. The Wolves up to 6 eliminations now. So let's go. Let's see what else we can see on this map. And I feel like, ooh, we're gonna have another fight over here as the Fearless Stars are coming right up and in onto Entity. Entity is already at the top of this, so let's see what happens when they collide. It looks like right on over here. Let's see if we can see what's happening. It does look like the Fearless Stars did go ahead and leave Entity and headed down to that barn down below, right below Psycho. So let's go. And we came all the way back to the power grid, and we do have the Sentinels now coming down that corridor from Toramunda to La Cabarilla. And they'll be coming into zone pretty soon. I think I can kind of move that down a little bit so you guys can see better how they are coming in as I am getting loaded back into this match. As soon as I get a little bit more time, you guys, I think I think what I have planned for the stream, you guys are gonna really appreciate the effort that I'm putting into this. The money. Alright. Let me see who is texting me. I'm getting Alright, so let's go. Look at your boys, Ghosty, Rush Boy, still with that elimination from Bigado, but they are doing just fine in zone. So now let's see what else is going on, because we got a whole lot of teams right on down below. And let's see, we do have the Fearless Stars. Here you go from my YouTube chat, you guys. They are doing just fine. All 4 of them are nice and tucked in, but they are tucked in right under Entity. Entity is right over here taking over this whole western edge of the power grid in mountains. So let's see what is happening at this north side, though. We got all sorts of people coming on in. Let's head on over to the Four Kings region Esports. Hello, let's see if we can get them moving at all. No, we cannot. So back to the iPad we go, because that's how things are for not much longer, guys, because I have an idea. All right, what is happening up here? I feel like I saw somebody coming up and around. Was that somebody over here at the village? No. Nope. Oh, the Four Kings just got taken out, and I think it was by both Balas and the Emperors at the same time. I think they got picked apart by 2 different teams. Boom! Balas, boom! I like it. I like it a lot. But he is right under the Emperors. Look at that. And I do think that the Four Kings came right between the Emperors and the Balas Reborn. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, because Assault is up to 3 eliminations, and Rana also has an elimination. Let's go. Let's see. Looks like we got Brian over here. Brian, are you alone? Yes, he is. Brian, you might be seen from above. I do think that the Emperors can probably see you creeping up over onto the Balas Esports. So let me get back into this match. Into the match we go. I'm using that same voice that I used for your name, Ghosty. I have no idea what kind of accent that's supposed to be or anything, but hey, we'll roll with it. Oh, look at that! We came right on in for your boys. The boys getting a knock over on 2. Look at, oh, did you see that? We got Entity, but we also missed the knock from across the street. We did have a knock from Brian over onto the Balas Esports, and Brian, I think, was able to get that elimination. But look at this behind him. He's also got the Sentinels coming in. Brian is right on the edge of zone. He is trying to get those shots across onto the Sentinel flow. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. Alright. I don't really see anybody on top of each other at this moment. I'll go ahead and put that iPad back up so you guys can see that they are all just trying to get back in there. We are going from Monte Nuevo over to the power grid. So we got all those crazy hills that we are in right now with Brian. You know the dips that these guys can find. Alright, so let's see what else we can see on here. I do feel like the Sentinels are going to have to fight through the Balas Esports. Mazaxis. Oh, Little Fox. No, there goes Little Fox. Cloudy, I think, finished him off. Yes, Cloudy just finished him off. Assault OP. He's got you in his sights as well. And so now, let's go. It looks like Cloudy's going to have to get on over there. The Sentinels are up to 5 eliminations, but we do have the Balas right on down below. And Wolf, oh, the Wolves versus Heaven again. They started off in Monte Nuevo together, and now we also have the duo coming out of Picado. Dark Esports coming right up and in onto the Wolves. Calicar, go, go, Calicar, go! The smoking mobile, and he's gonna be coming right up and over into the Emperors, the Sentinels, Bala's Esports, Mazaxis, the Panthers. I don't remember everyone that was over onto this side. But let's go, let's see. And it looks like the Emperors are still having issues right above here, and we still have a fight going on between the Sentinels and the Balas and the Emperors. The Emperors up top, and Nucleotide is also coming in, and oh, the Balas reborn. We got one knocked over here, so now let's see what else is going on. Oh no, Calicar. So now let's see what we can see over here. Luca is the sole survivor. He is still outside of zone, still has Sentinels Cloudy and the Emperors up on top. So the Brian from the Panthers. It's Brian right on over here. Brian has moved over and gotten up. Oh, look at that. He can see Luca right in front of him. So now Luca thinking his back is clear, and it is not. We do have a Shack Camper. So let's go. And look at that in the wide open. Oh, there goes the Balas reborn. And now let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and see what else we can see. I do see the oh no! Oh, right when I got over to him, Doran found him. So now let's get over to Harley. Harley was the one that was able to get several eliminations last match. I don't remember. I think it was 3 against, I don't remember which team they fought against. Guys, my brain is not working, but we do have Doran on that backside. And Doran is down to about 5 HP, but we also have Baton right on over there. Baton is taking shots over at Rain Esports. Ghosty, your boys in a fight with Wolves once again. Here they come right up and over Obama and Mercy coming right up and in. But now we do have the Fearless Stars trying to come right up and in onto Obama's boys. And look at this. S-Power, is that what that says? Power. So let's check in on Rush Boy. And we've got the Fearless Stars, we got the Wolves, we got Rain Esports. Bomber Boy has been knocked, but we've got Rush Boy and Bot still coming right up and in, and they are all clustered right on top of this hilltop down at the southern edge. And there goes the Emperor's Esports, and Brian is right over here with Entity, trying to get those nades right up and over onto him. And he is trying to get into zone, but you can see that we do have Brian down to about 5 HP, and there he goes, guys. Out to Cat God. No, that did not say Cat God. What did that say? Psycho. Hello, Nox. EXO really cares about names. Thought just tag. I have no idea. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see if we can get what is happening. Wancho over here. Oh, we're on Wancho. So now let's see what's going on with Bomber Boy for Rain Esports. We are still the top 5, but now Bomber Boy has Entity to the north and the Wolves to the south. And the Wolves have to push through Bomber Boy to get into zone. So can Bomber Boy, can he make it through the push of the Wolves? Now let's see if we can get a bird's eye view of the Bomber Boy. He is holding it down, boys. He is holding it down. So let's see. We have the Mazaxis over here in the concretes, and the Wolves are coming up and around Bomber Boy. We got Entity over on that eastern edge, and Nucleotide coming in from that western edge. We still have the 5 teams in here. Rain Esports right on this very edge. So let me see if I can get out of the blue. I think you guys can see most of where your teams are, but we are stuck in the blue. Let me try going over on Bomber Boy and go up. see if we can get a better view. Oh, he got Goops with the S12. But he does get found. So now we are down to the top 4 teams. We have the Mazexis still over here in the cements. We got Nucleotide out in the wide open. We have Wolves. Oh! Entity Psycho with a double knock over. Oh, there goes Goops. And now it is just Bethune, but now look at this. They're coming right up and in onto Psycho. Can Psycho hold off the push by all the teams coming right up and in on top of him? He's got the Wolves down below and the Mazexis coming right on up. And the Mazexis do get knocked, but Bethune is able to get that elimination. So now we are down to the top 3. It is Bethune for the Wolves versus Nucleotide and the Mazexis. Me sexy Mazexis Bethune. Up to 4 eliminations. Make that 5. Hello, Zani. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, Zani. You too, guys. Don't forget to go over to his channel and show him some love too. Guys, let's see. Bethune still pushing right up and in. Gets another knock onto Nucleotide. So now it is Bethune versus the Mazexis. So now let's see. We got Triggers and Shirty over there. So now let's see what can be done. Bethune does have the uphill advantage on this, and they are both right down below. He has 4 nades. 4 nades to his name, and Mazexis are throwing the nades up the hill. Bethune can see their heads. Look at that. He knows that one of them is right there behind that. Oh, he could see them right there behind the... Oh, I just heard an A-dub. Did you guys hear that? Alright, so now let's see what we can see as Bethune. Oh, Bethune does have to come down. So now Bethune is coming down underneath, right in front of the Mazexis. It is a 1v2 over here. We got Bethune on that main screen and the Mazexis. Let's see what the Mazexis are doing. Oh, he saw Shirty over there. So now it is Bethune versus Triggers. And now, let's see if I can get over here fast enough. Let me see if I can do this. So now, here comes the nades up and over. Does he get the nade? He gets the nade, and now Triggers is down to 5 HP. Triggers is not able to get the pickup onto him. And there it is. Bethune for the win. Let me get that iPad off of there. The Wolves coming in first, guys. Look at the eliminations. 22 plus 10 for placements. 32 points for the Wolves in 1 match. Coming in second, the Me Sexy Mazexis and A with 5 eliminations, and Nucleotide Esports coming in third with an elimination. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out to the iPad we go. It is Doran from the Wolves with 9 eliminations, 1,020 damage. We'll be jumping with the Wolves, Doran, when we come right back for match 3. Don't forget to get your screenshot of your like and subscribe over to the XO server so that you can get put on the wheel of names for some free UC. Shout out to Crucial and XO Esports. Be right back. Up so you guys can check again on your teams to see where they're rotating. And my pillow's sliding off my chair creaking. I'm not, let's see, wonder what the oh, just heading on across the wide open spaces of Picado. And I'm not sure the Sinners knew that there was a solo still in there. And I feel like Dauntless, I feel like the Rest in Peace department are looking for Dauntless. Let's get on over to Angry Min. I feel like he's trying to figure out where Dauntless went. And I'm not, oh, he might know exactly where Dauntless went in Team 1. Go ahead and scroll on in just a little more. It's very quiet at this point, but we're just headed into stage 3. So in about 20 seconds. Oh, Claus, here he comes. Oh no! Does Blaze see Angry Min up here? Does he know that Angry Min is right here? Angry Min getting ready to throw that nade right up and over onto Claus, and Claus is still... Oh, Claus is stopped on the backside. It is Angry Min versus Claus, and Claus gets him down. Oh, that pump shotty took him down to about 5 HP, but here comes the rest of the RIP Rest in Peace department. And so let's see what's going to happen with Claus. Claus is watching them all just come right up and over the top of these ridges right at him. And now look at the zone. The zone has shifted over to the eastern side of Las Leon, just to the west of Puerto Paricio. So we are still looking... We have a lot more teams outside of zone. Claus using all the terrain to his advantage, trying to stay out of the spray from the RIP department. Look at that. He can see him right in front of him. And Paza, ooh, he almost had him, but it does look like Blaze was coming up onto that backside, trying to pinch him as a duo. So let's see. Claus, what you gonna do now? Looks like, let's see. Las Leon is still pretty busy with all those teams in there. Claus. Oh, I thought Claus was going to get that knock. Oh, he does not disappoint. He gets that knock. So now Paza. Oh, is Paza knocked, or is he still in this? Nope, there he goes. He did get knocked. All right, so now Claus knows that there's another solo over there in Ratul. Ratul, I feel like you got Blaze and Claus headed into your future. But we also have Iman. But Iman is on that backside. Ratul trying to pay attention to Extreme Slayers. Oh, they're in a fight over here with the villains. Let's see what's going on with the villains over here. The villains right on down the street. And we still have Nothing Esports right over here as well. Let's see how close these teams are. And look at that. We do have the boy over there. And oh, he's getting chewed up. And the boy goes right into the church. Into Nothing Esports. So let me go ahead and put this map back up. Might be a good time to put the map up. Oh, Blaze Ratul. Able to find him, and Claus is also down to about 5 HP. Both Dauntless are down to about 5 to 10 HP. Claus coming out and around. Ratul does have the DBS. Claus trying to play ring around the... Oh, but Blaze is able to get him, and Claus finishes him off, and now Iman is the last one still standing as Dauntless heals back up on that backside. And look at this, he's gonna take those shots at Blaze, and he does get shot at, and I think that was by Claus with the Joker. This duo wrecking dreams in Miramar. Alright guys, let's go. I'll go ahead and put this back up while I peek and see where I feel like the next fight is going to be. Let's try not to miss any of them, as Dauntless does need to come in from the blue now. In the digital age in a fight, what is going on right on down here with absolute pain in the digital age? Let's see what we can see down here. Oh, the digital age does lose Bazino. So let's see, absolute pain down to just a duo over here, but I'm not sure if there's gonna be a push on that or not. And look at this zone. We are going to the eastern edge of Las Leon. We could have a urban ending. Nothing Esports. Karan, hello, hello. Do easy. Hello. Show nothing. Alright, let's get on over to nothing. They're doing just fine over here. We'll go over to them when I figure out whether or not these teams are gonna get into a fight. Let's go over to nothing. Is there 1-0 you want to see? That's what I need to know. And we are in a fight. Nothing did have Extreme Slayers right in their sights, but we do have Twisted Militia, Chucky Who still over there, and they are in zone. That's the crazy part. And let me go ahead. I don't know how long that was up there. I just happened to notice. Alright, so let's see. Obviously not that long, so that's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. Still think that everybody is paying really close attention to where everyone is. So we do have nothing Esports on